Yes, ma'am.
Saying that this one girl just did it out of innocence, maybe being told, hey, stand here. Oh, okay. Is that what it boiled down to? She participated in just sheer innocence? Huh?
What is reported at this time? Yes, ma'am.
Can you
What?
get another
Yes.
question here, and
Can-
then
Yes.
we'll follow
Yes.
up
Can you
there.
respond to having spoken with some students here, and you obviously former employees who say that this is a larger issue? So beside this specific incident, the racial issues, use of this word, there's a lawsuit that is pending. I know having to do with some of this. So I wonder if you could just respond to that.
Okay. So clarify your question.
People who say this is a broader systemic issue at this particular school, and that maybe not enough has been done over the years to address it.
Absolutely. Unless we knew what specific incidents we're speaking to, I can only share with you, and this is another picture I'm going to paint you. In states, schools are established and students in the communities attend school, and therefore schools are only a microcosm of the community in which it exists. And as a former principal, and then also a assistant principal for a total of 15 with a gap of 4 years coming back, we are dealing with the same types of student issues, adolescent issues that any other school is dealing with in the United States. So the answer is, because I'm not principal of those other schools, are we working through student issues? Absolutely. Are we successful in what we do? I'm biased. We're usually pretty good.
I think
Are
that-
there other areas that we need to work on? Absolutely. Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a question. The 6 girls in the picture, what about the child who took the picture or other people who shared it on social media? Will they see any ramifications for that in the school disciplinary system? And secondly, can you walk us through what the disciplinary system is in this point? Have the girls been told not to return to school until a certain point, or what?
Well, the first part of that answer is a part of the process. So let me just tell you the process. Anytime a student has done or violated school district policies and procedures, we provide discipline. And anything 1 day to 10 days is considered short-term suspension. Anything beyond the 10 days is considered either long-term or expulsion. And there are hearings associated to those, but prior to hearings, there also is an investigation, and that's the due process prior to determining if there's going to be a direction, because we have to have a genuine investigation to determine that. So to answer your question, if any of those policies and guidelines have been violated, then we will follow the Tempe Union High School District discipline process.
Is it safe to say these 6 girls were not in school today?
They were not in school today.
Okay, we'll go here and then here.
You had mentioned that this was connected, that one of the 6 girls had a boyfriend, and this was kind of a message to the boyfriend?
It was a positive message to the
because
boyfriend.
It was a word that to that boyfriend may not have been offensive.
Correct.
And so that was really what instigated this whole thing.
Yes, sir.
So this was essentially done sort of in a humorous way, and it blew up.
It was in a humorous way to individuals that got out of hand.
So, and let me be clear. While it maybe have been humorous to them, it's not humorous to us.
Yes.
And so, regardless of intent, we are not going to tolerate any words, or actions that are considered racist or intolerant. I think you had a question?
Yes, Your Honor, the outside supposedly is a news conference by a civil rights activist. Is this an issue that you think merits anger from people outside the Desert Vista community or outside even the city or the state?
I think whenever, let me just tell you my experience as a minority, as a Latino, that I think there should be and should always be anger, disgust, when words are used, whatever context they're used in, that brings about hurt and pain to an ethnic group, a racial group, any type of group of people, where that word was once used in a manner to enslave, to persecute, to harm, to hurt. And so, does it surprise me? It doesn't surprise me. It would shock me if people were not hurt. It would shock me if people were not angry. I'm angry. I'm hurt. I've gone through the range of emotions since Friday. That, to me, tells me that we still have a lot of work to do in society as a whole. Yes.
I haven't thought this question through, so bear with me.
So excuse her, she doesn't think through the answer.
That's fine. These 6 girls are all Caucasian, but they have a relationship, at least one of them, established. It sounds like a pretty good relationship with an African-American person. This was some sort of an inside, I don't want to say joke, it's not a joke, but an inside, act. It sounds like the African-American gentleman and her are okay with in regards to banter with this word, for whatever reason. If there was an African-American, another friend of theirs, another girl, that was also accustomed to using that word amongst the 3 of them, in this picture, would that have changed this? I mean, could you make the point that this girl, in a way, at least one of them, is a victim of the good relationship that she has with her African-American friend or boyfriend? And that this really isn't a big deal at all?
I can only answer it this way, as I'm certain you all have done, and for those of you that have teenagers, words, behaviors, tradition becomes non-tradition, evolve. So it all depends on who you talk to. That's my short answer. It all depends on who you talk to about when and where, if it is offensive as it was long ago, and if it's more casual with our students, if they're the same ethnicity or the different ethnicity, or who can say it amongst this group, and when it's not okay to say it if you don't look like this group. Quite honestly, I think our kids are confused. Thank you.
Last question?
Matters a lot, but just to be accurate, he referred to them all as Caucasian. Is that the case with all 6 students?
At this point, I'm not going to confirm that.
So let me just conclude by, first of all, thanking Phoenix Police for all of their work and effort to ensure that we continue to have a safe school. I want to reiterate to our parents that we want to reassure you that this continues to be an A+ school. I want to thank our student representatives. They represent a much larger group of students that get it. I want to thank Dr. Barella, our principal here at Desert Vista, who is doing a phenomenal job as we continue to work through building capacity of understanding, to Dr. Battle for her work and her effort in bringing us together. Our journey continues. I will be meeting with segments of our community, leaders with the NAACP, with political representatives, to spread the word to end the N-word, and to be able to come together as a community to continue that journey that Martin Luther King walked, to say that justice for all is a process, justice for all is a journey, and justice for all should prevail. So with that, I thank you for coming out and giving us your time and attention.